السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وألحقنا بعبادك الصالحين. وبعد، inshallah we continue the explanation of the second hadith, hadith سيدنا Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu. Last time we explained in I think in two classes, right? We took 2 classes in this. I hope inshallah in this time we can finish inshallah, because it's very long hadith, and if I go deep in every details, actually we need at least 10 classes or even more. But I hope inshallah I can finish today inshallah. So we spoke about when Sayyidina Jibreel came to Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and tried to ask him actually for benefit of Sahaba, just to teach them the pillars of Islam and the Iman and Ihsan and these things. We finished the 5 pillars of Islam already. We explained like by summarization. Now inshallah we will start from قال فأخبرني عن الإيمان. So Sheikh Azam, start to read.
قال فأخبرني
عن الإيمان.
قال
أن تؤمن
بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر وتؤمن
بالقدر
خيره
وشره
قال
من الله تعالى وخيره وشره. قال صدقت.
قال أخبرني عن الإحسان. قال أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. قال
فأخبرني
عن الساعة. قال ما
المسؤول عنها
بأعلم من السائل. قال فأخبرني عن أماراتها. قال أن
تلد الأمة ربتها
وأن ترى حفاة
العالة رعاء الشاء يتطاولون في البنيان. ثم انطلق
فلبثت
مليا
ثم قال يا عمر
يا عمر
يا عمر
مم.
أتدري من السائل
من السائل؟
من السائل
مم.
قلت الله ورسوله
قلت الله
الله ورسوله أعلم.
مم.
قال فإنه جبريل
أتاكم يعلمكم دينكم. اوكي. رواه
رواه مسلم.
رواه مسلم. اوكي. شيخ واحد, you will read one line and I will explain. Go back again from the point. قال فأخبرني عن الإيمان. You got it? قال فأخبرني عن الإيمان. Okay? Just wait. Before we start, inshallah, our Hadith class, I ask everyone to renew his niyyah and think again why you are here and for which purpose you are attending this class and for which purpose you are learning. Everyone should clear his niyyah again and everyone should renew his niyyah, inshallah. Okay? Inshallah. Start.
قال فأخبرني عن الإيمان.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. Okay.
عن الإيمان. قال أن تؤمن بالله وملائكته.
Stop. قال فأخبرني عن الإيمان. Everyone focus now. You look at me and focus on the exhibition, inshallah. Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam, when he finished the first question, when he asked Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam about الإسلام, قال ما الإسلام؟ قال أن تشهد أن لا إله إلا الله until the end of وتحج البيت إن استطعت إليه سبيلا. Now he asked him about الإيمان. Some people ask like, is there difference between Islam and Iman? Do you know? Is there any difference between Islam and Iman? He asked him about Islam already. Why he asked him about Iman? Is there any difference?
There is a difference.
What is the difference?
Like Islam is like the religion, the way of life. Like Iman is how strong your belief is in that way of life.
Somehow you are correct. Yes, somehow you are correct. So, when he asked him about Islam, it means like we call it al-zahir, the apparent thing, like the pillars of Islam: shahada, fasting, prayer, hajj. This is Islam. Iman is the belief from inside, as you mentioned. Belief from inside. So what is Iman? Iman is to believe from inside about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the hereafter and other things. Of course, Iman has like many definitions and many disopinion and disagreement between ulama. Many. And one very important point I will mention now. Some people accused Imam al-Azam, Imam Abu Hanifa, that he is murji. Murji. Al-Murja is one group, came in the, I think in the 2nd century. Those people, they said, if you just have Iman, you don't need to make any amal, just have Iman, finish. لا يضر مع الإيمان شيء. Whatever you will do, you are going to Jannah. Nothing will happen to you. No need to pray, no need to do anything. Just you believe, finish.
That's like Christian belief.
Yeah, somehow, yeah. So some people accuse Imam al-Azam that he is murji. Why? Because in Shafi'iyya and Malikiyya and the Hanabila, they said that al-Iman yazid wa yanqus. Iman increase and decrease. But Imam Abu Hanifa said, no, it not increase and decrease. So not our ulama said this. Some people you know who I'm talking about, they said that Imam Abu Hanifa is murji. And they wrote books about him. And they said the person who believes that Imam Abu Hanifa is Imam, he is kafir. something like this. So whatever like ridiculous things, I don't even need to waste my time with those people. What is the final point about this doubt? Yes, Imam Abu Hanifa, yes, he said that Iman doesn't increase and doesn't reduce. Yes, he said this. But he said in another book, another position, that Iman, the power of Iman or the Iman becomes strong or weak, which giving you the same meaning. Giving you the same meaning. But unfortunately, some people, because they are ignorant, they just read one word or one sentence and just like look at it, oh my God, he is against ijma'. Because yes, ijma' said, al-iman yazid wa yanqus. Yes, and we can have a verse, لِيَزْدَادُوا إِيمَانًا مَعَ إِيمَانِهِمْ. That's their iman already increase more and more and more. So yes, in Quran and the Hadith, it mentions that iman increase and decrease. But what Imam Hanifa said, yes, it doesn't increase and decrease according to your belief. Your belief in Allah, it not increase and decrease. But your iman itself, your iman and faith itself, and your a'mal become weak or strong. It's same meaning. That's why anyone who says that Imam Hanifa is murji is big jahil. Doesn't know anything about Aqidah, doesn't read anything, doesn't know any deep meaning. He just think himself alim, he's nothing. So anyway, al-iman increase and decreases. And the opinion of Imam Abu Hanifa, it become weak or strong, same meaning. Just the word is different. Like when he make expression about the word, it's just different. So al-iman, qawl wa amal, means you say something by your tongue and you are doing something as well. Not just say, I'm believing, I'm a believer. No, you are doing something. This is al-iman. Okay? This is al-iman. So, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُضِيعَ إِيمَانَكُمْ. Right? In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speak about the prayer. When the Qibla changed from Bayt al-Maqdis to Kaaba, to Mecca. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُضِيعَ إِيمَانَكُمْ. Means, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never make you lose the ajr and reward when you prayed towards to Bayt al-Maqdis, and when you change your Qibla now, your reward still same, nothing changing. So your salah will not be missed. So he said iman, he used the word iman, but he wanted to say salah. Iman is a face, right? Salah is amal, right? Salah is amal. Even though he used with the word iman, which means iman can be by words or by amal. Clear? So al-iman qawl wa amal. Yazid wa yanqus means increase and decrease. Finish? I don't need to go deep because actually this also need one separate lecture just about this word. Actually, so we just continue. قال ما الإيمان؟ قال أن تؤمن بالله. تؤمن بالله, to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as he mentioned in Quran and as his Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in a hadith. If I will put it in very simple word, believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even and in his names and his attributes, whatever he mentioned about himself, according to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means, not what you understand. Like Imam Shafi'i radiallahu anhu said, very nice word, I hope everyone can even learn it by deep meaning. آمنت بكل ما جاء عن الله وعن رسول الله وعلى مراد الله. I believe in everything came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran. I believe in everything came from Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or about anything, but especially about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, based on what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants, based on the meaning which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants, not us, not according to our mental or our head or our understanding. No, according to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants, according to what is suitable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ليس كمثله شيء. This is take you out of conflict and confusion or all these things. Just believe in as it is, like this, without details, of course. And تؤمن بالله. Of course, when you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you don't believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a body, as I mentioned before. You believe that he is a body and he sits on the chair and all this, which coming from Jewish people and came to some like group in our Muslim groups. So of course you are not believing in this. ليس كمثله شيء, nothing compared to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever it is, nothing compared to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can't even imagine how he is. أن تؤمن بالله. وملائكته. We as a Muslims believe in the angels, that they are exist, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created angels from light and nur, and created shaitan and jinn from fire and nar. So they are totally different. الملائكة in عقيدة أهل السنة والجماعة, in our doctrine as أهل السنة والجماعة, they never make any mistake, because they doesn't even have the ability to make any mistake. They are created to just make ta'ah, to just obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why some scholars said insan, human, are much better than angels. Why? Some scholars say, some big ulama say, I'm not saying all, because we have also this disagreement between one opinion and another opinion. Some opinions said angels are better than human. Some said no, human are better than angels. And some third opinion said as-salihun, our righteous people, are better, but normal people less than angels. So we have three opinions. Whatever they say, even the scholars who say that humans are better than angels, why?
Because a human can disbelieve Allah, but he chooses to believe Allah, so that is greater than angels.
Yes, you got the point. Actually, angels created just to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and obey His orders. Nothing more. They can't even do any other thing. They are just like built for this, created for this. But insan, human, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created him and He gave him choice. So he has the ability to make ma'asiyah or ta'ah, to become believer or disbeliever, as you mentioned. That's why the person who believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and make ta'ah, although many fitan around him, many things attracting him to do ma'asiyah, but he is not doing, he is better than angels from that kind of point of view. Okay? How many angels we have? You can't even count them. Don't even try. Because we have hadith, you will understand now what I mean. You have hadith speak about Al-Bayt al-Ma'mur, which is the seven heaven. It says that every day, 70,000 angels come to make tawaf around this bayt, around this place, and then they go and never come back again. You can imagine? You can calculate? You can calculate, right? I'm going to speak about one day. How many thousands of years you speaking about? You can't even count. Just one day you speak about 70,000. Making tawaf and never come back again. So only Allah knows how many angels we have. You can't even count them. There's no any number you can put and can count them. It's impossible. Impossible. So this is about angels. Who is the best angel? Sayyidina Jibreel. Don't say Jibreel. Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam. We need to have adab. We speak about Sahaba, speak about Al-Anbiya alayhi salam, we speak about Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, we speak about Al-Malaika, especially the high rank of them. You must say Sayyidina. Don't say Jibreel. Other people say just by his name. Other people, not us. Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam is the best. Right? And he is the strongest. How many wings he have? 600. When we mentioned now in Sirah class, that when Sayyidina Muhammad saw him in his real form, his wings covering the west and east, right? And he has 600 wings. When he destroyed the village of Qawm Lut, Sodom and Amoriya, some scholars said by one letter of one wing. I'm not speaking about 600 wings at once. I'm not speaking about he used fully wing of one wing. No, one letter from one wing. زي طرف الجناح, like the last part of the wing, one wing. He took this village and took it to the like first heaven, and then he put it like this until the end, the ground. You can imagine how powerful he is. So actually, that kind of power, he can destroy all the earth by one hit. All the earth by one hit. Finish. That's a power of creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you can't even imagine anything about the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can't even imagine it. I'm going to speak about the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Angels. أن تؤمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر. وكتبه means every book revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala since Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam until Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. As a Muslim, you must believe in all books revealed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Until here is okay? Okay. What is not okay? If you come to me now and say, okay, as a Muslim, I must believe in every book revealed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to his prophets. I say yes. Then you will tell me, okay, I must believe in the current Bible, or in current Zabur, Baslam, or in current Suhuf Sayyidina Ibrahim, or whatever. Of course, no. I said in a specific word and accurate word to believe in every book revealed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to his prophets, right? Nowadays, what we have in Torah and the Injil and Zabur and Suhuf Sayyidina Ibrahim and so on is not the original one. Not the original one. Even you have in Surah Al-Baqarah, if you just like start reading, you will find that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I think in 70 or 72, the verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say in فَوَيْلٌ لِلَّذِينَ يَكْتُبُونَ الْكِتَابَ بِأَيْدِيهِمْ ثُمَّ يَقُولُونَ هَذَا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ لِيَشْتَرُوا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا فَوَيْلٌ لَهُم مِمَّا كَتَبَتْ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَوَيْلٌ لَهُم مِمَّا يَكْسِبُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah that those rabbis who are writing at Torah by their hands and they are exchanging the real teaching and real revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just for as like some purpose in the life. So it's 100% authentic that current Torah and current Injil already changed. One of the most funniest thing you will ever hear from me that nowadays, like New Testament, for example, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam is speaking Aramaic, Al-Aramiyya, which accent from Hebrew. But his first book, like we call it Injil or whatever, not the real one. We speak about the exist one, which is the claim. It's written in Greek. So he's speaking Aramaic, but the book, first book in Greek, which means it's not translation. The first book written in Greek, not translation. I'm not speaking about translation. It later translated to English and other languages. I will speak about the original one, which written not as some Sayyidina Isa, of course, after him, which people now, Christian scholars, claim that it's the real Bible. It's written in Greek. So how come Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam is speaking Aramaic and his book in Greek? How comes? Second, if you see that his students, Al-Hawariyin, wrote it, all of them were fishermen. The real people who were his students, they were fishermen, and they can speak in other language. How they will write it? Third, in Qita' al-Isnad, no one of them, of the writers of the Bible, John, Luke, Matthew, and Mark, no one of them historically, I'm not speaking about even religion, historically, no one of them even met Jesus. Even you can ask any real scholar, honest scholar in Christianity, he will tell you and confirm the same. Honest one, he will confirm. So, even in Torah, for example, totally corrupted. I have many examples, but I will not mention all of these things. I will mention one point. It mentions that Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, as they claim, he wrote the first 5 books, Genesis and like other 5 books. They mention like this. He is the writer. But in the book number 4, I think in Lawiyin, if I'm not wrong, it mentions that he died. And after he died, that thing happened and happened and happened and happened. He is the writer, and it mentions that he died. Does that make sense for you?
Like people can write.
Like it's like, and even it mentions something happened after his death 1,000 years. How comes? Torah revealed to Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. But we have by historical and by like when you study Judaism with deep knowledge, you will find something happened and written in Torah after the death of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam 1,000 years later. So it doesn't make sense. I will not even mention how many contradictions we catch as another separate story. So we believe in every book revealed from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to his prophets originally, which no one of those books exists except Quran now. So as a Muslim, you believe in every book revealed to every prophet. But you believe now that there is no any book now exists and 100% correct came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except Quran. So now I can't say the Bible is the word of Allah. It's impossible. Yes, it has some, maybe 5% or something like this. Yes. Like some of, like if you speak about 10 commandments, here Israel, your Lord is one. Yes, it's correct. Because our God is one. Yes. Don't worship idols. The second commandment. Yes, correct. We don't worship idols. Don't take image. Third commandment. Then don't take image for your God. Yes, it's correct. We don't make any image or picture for our Allah. Yes, of course. But other things doesn't make sense, right? So in this point, be specific. If anyone asks you, you believe in other books, you say, I believe in the original one, which revealed to the prophets, not the current one. Clear? You believe in the original one, not the current one. I'm specific in my point. Don't mix. Because some people will try to make you have doubts about your religion. You say, if you are a Muslim, you must believe in Torah and Injil. Why you are not believing in this? Of course you believe, but not this current one, not the corrupted one. You believe in the original, which is not exist. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that it not exist anymore. Change it. Okay? Any question about this point? Clear? أن تؤمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله. We have hadith that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent 124,000 prophets. Among them we have almost 300, maybe 15 or 14 Rasul. What is the difference between Rasul and Nabi? We have Nabi and we have Rasul. What is the difference?
Rasul are prophets that receive books
Yes.
and revelation.
Yes.
But prophets are like they didn't receive they didn't receive books.
No. Yeah. Okay. But they received revelation. Yes. So we have almost 315 or 314 Rasul. And we have 124,000 Nabi. Okay? What is the difference between Rasul and Nabi? As Sheikh Muhammad mentioned, Rasul received revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Same as Nabi. Nabi also received revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasul also received revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At this point, they are similar. Same. Rasul received book from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if he didn't receive book, at least he received Sharia. So we have Sharia, maybe he have book or not. But at least he have Sharia. Sharia. You know, Sharia and Ahkam, rules. So he has revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maybe he received book or not, based on his situation. And he has Sharia from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This Rasul. That's why they are less. Just 315 or 14. And Nabi, he is the person who received revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. but he didn't receive book. And the Sharia, he worked on the Sharia based on the previous Rasul. For example, Bani Israel. Bani Israel, we have like Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, which is the main Rasul for Bani Israel actually. He is Rasul. But Sayyidina Harun alayhi salam, for example, and Sayyidina Yusha ibn Nun, his fatah in Surah Al-Kahf, وَإِذْ قَالَ مُوسَى لِفَتَاهُ, the person who was like companion of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam when he met Al-Khadr alayhi salam. That person is Nabi also. He is Sayyidina Yusha ibn Nun. And he also mentioned in At-Tawrah. His name is Yusha ibn Nun. So he is Nabi. He worked on the Sharia, came to Al-Rasul, which he, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. He worked by the same book, which is At-Tawrah, which he revealed to Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, same as Sayyidina Harun alayhi salam. He worked on the same Sharia and same book revealed to Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, his brother, but his brother is the main, he is Rasul. Sayyidina Harun, Sayyidina Yusha ibn Nun, Anbiya. And every Rasul is Nabi. But not every Nabi is Rasul. So Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is Nabi and Rasul. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam is Nabi and Rasul. Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, Nabi and Rasul. Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, Nabi. Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, Nabi. But first Rasul is Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, Rasul. But first Nabi, Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. Of course, we have many like difference in opinion about scholars, and he is like this. Some people even don't consider Sayyidina Adam as Nabi. Wallahi, seriously. You will find some books and very famous people, my friends, you know, they are not mentioned, they are not considering even Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam as even Nabi. This is first Rasul and first Nabi, Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam. And they are ignoring Sayyidina Adam and Sayyidina Shays, one of the sons of Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, who is also was Nabi. They like ignore all these things. So whatever their opinion, I don't care. So this is about Nabi and a Rasul. So now we understand? Okay, as a Muslim, I must believe in Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, of course. As a Muslim, I'm not Muslim. But not only this. I must believe in every Nabi and Rasul who came before Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For example, if you know that one of the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his name is Sayyidina Yunus ibn Matta alayhi salam, and you say, yes, I know, but I don't believe in him. If the person say like this, he is not Muslim. He became kafir, 100%. There is no any discussion. There is no any disagreement between ulama about this point. Finish. If he really understands what he say, he is not Muslim anymore. Finish. You must believe in those Anbiya and Rasul. If you know them or not. No matter if you know them or not. But you say, I believe in every Rasul and every Nabi came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Finish. So not only as a Muslim to believe in Sayyidina Muhammad only. No. He is the last messenger. But he is not the only messenger. Big difference. He is the last messenger, but he is not the only messenger. So when you say Amantu Billah, as I mentioned, wa malaikatihi, wa kutubihi, all, wa rusuli, all of them. Not Sayyidina Muhammad only. All of them. But last messenger is Sayyidina Muhammad. Best messenger is Sayyidina Muhammad. We have top 5 prophets. Top 5. We call them Ulil Azm min al-Rusul. Start by historically Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And who is the top among them? Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam أفضل خلق الله. The best creation, not human, the best creation ever. Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is the best creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created ever until the day of judgment. Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
The last verses of Surah Al-Baqarah. لا نفرق بين أحد من الرسل. What is the tafsir of this?
Yes, you have in this verse, and even you have also in Surah Al-Nisa. Like you must believe in all of them. لأنه فرقوا بين أحد من رسله that you must believe in all of them. And all of them معصومين. No one of them make any mistake. And all of them are brothers. Not one come from here and come. For example, أنبياء بني إسرائيل and أنبياء العرب. أنبياء بني إسرائيل like سيدنا موسى, سيدنا عيسى, سيدنا داوود, سيدنا سليمان, سيدنا يوشع بن نون, سيدنا صموئيل. All those أنبياء from بني إسرائيل came from سيدنا يعقوب عليه السلام from the beginning. أنبياء بني العرب سيدنا like إسماعيل عليه السلام and before him سيدنا هود and سيدنا صالح and some scholars say سيدنا شعيب. There is no any difference between Arab prophet and Bani Israel. All of them same. But when you speak about the rank, we have 5. أولو العزم من الرسل. They are the best among them. And best and number 1 and top سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. So التفريق means لا يفرق بين أحد من الرسل in iman. You must believe in all of them. You must believe that all of them are prophets already. Don't say he's a prophet. No, it's like ritual person only. No. You must believe that all of them معصومين. No one of them make any mistake. You must that all of them are honest and they already convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the meaning. There's no difference between Bani Israel, Anbiya Bani Israel and Anbiya al-Arab. In this concept, yes. Otherwise, top 5 we have, and top number 1 is Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And even we have hadith. أنا سيد ولد آدم ولا فخر. Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam speak about himself. سيد ولد آدم ولا فخر. So the concept is, as I mentioned before, don't make any differentiate between these points, but rank Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Clear now? You have any question about it?
Yes. As Allah mentioned 25 Rasul and Anbiya in the Quran, but if any other person has the same education,
Same
education,
education.
like religion, like in Pakistan, there's a scholar, Dr. Isran is that, and he said maybe, my opinion, but Allah now better, Gautam Buddha, maybe also
Who?
the Nabi of Allah,
Who?
Gautam Buddha,
Buddha.
Gautam Buddha, because that's
Buddha, right? Siddhartha.
So, what you say, or how should be your opinion about this?
Not only him. If you speak about this point and the comparative religions, even speak about Confucius. He was more ritual than Buddha himself. And his teaching was much better than Buddha himself. Confucius in China. Yes. Actually, both of them was born in same age, like just 9 years difference. Confucius was born in 2,551 years ago, and Buddha 2,560. Just 9 years difference. This in China and this in India. Confucius in China and Buddha is in India. Yes, if you speak about Confucius, yes, if I will say, yes, he maybe have more chance more than Buddha. But if what I studied in Buddhism and what I studied about the opinions of Buddha is correct, which means he is 100% atheist person. It's impossible to be prophet. If what I studied is authentic. Otherwise, even Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, many things like he said, but he never said all these things. Right? This is a very important point. So what if I studied about Buddha, if it's correct, then he is 100% kafir. It's not about the prophet, not even religious person at all. Because in his real original teaching, which of course we don't know if it lie upon him or not, but that's what we have, an authentic and original and official Buddhism. Okay, not current one. I'm speaking about the original one, because now we have groups. He doesn't believe in the existence of Allah, which is the most big point. He doesn't believe in the existence of Allah. He doesn't believe in hereafter. He believes that we have renoutense, like if you die, your soul will jump and go another body, another body, another body, and so on. Okay? He believes that you must suffer in this life, and you must stay away. You have like 10 commandments I mentioned before in those people, nice people. You have 10 commandments. It's not related to Islam actually. First commandment: don't kill anything. Yes, if you don't kill any human, is okay, but don't kill anything means even chicken, even snake who will kill you, for example, or lion who want to attack you. Don't kill anything. So it means you can't even eat any meat. Don't kill anything. It's literally. It's against Islam. Islam doesn't say like this. And actually all prophets came by same message actually. So if you say maybe Sharia at that time is no, everyone almost Sharia, yeah, a little bit difference, but in total same. Don't drink alcohol, of course, it's from Islam, no problem. Don't say a lie is from Islam, no problem. Don't take anything coming to you. If someone giving you anything, don't take it. It's not from Islam. Because if someone give me hadiyah, gift, I should accept it. It's sunnah from Prophet ﷺ. If my father give me something, I should accept it, right? But they say don't accept anything. On the other hand, it contradicting itself, because you must live as Buddhist, according to his belief, to not have money or wealth. So the only way to have like food or anything, ask people. So they will give you. So it's contradicting his commandment, right? He said don't take anything coming to you. If you put it in a real concept, don't steal. Then yes, it will be according to Islam. Because other books you will find in Buddhism, don't steal, don't take anything, don't steal. Then it will be yes. And they have also some similar with Islam, don't attend any dancing party. Which yes, same. Don't have any sexual relation except your wife. Which is correct also against, same as Islam. Until here is okay, as same as Islam. They have like don't eat any food at night if it not cooked well. This you can say, you know, it's not necessary in Islam. Not necessary. Maybe I can eat it like this or like this, you know. Last point, which against Islam totally, don't have gold or silver. Gold and silver at that time is the currency, like the money at that time. So if I'm not allowed to have gold and silver, how I will live my life? So yes, he have something similar to Islam, and he have something like against Islam 100%. Even his students ask him several times about what will happen to for us in hereafter. He can't answer. He say just focus on this life. Is there God? He say I don't know. Like that kind of teaching he had. So Buddhism and Buddha, if his real teaching corrupted, then maybe yes, maybe Allah Alam, maybe he will be prophet or something. But if the current teaching in the books, which says that is the original Buddhism and the original teaching of him, then 100% he is atheist. You get my point? But if you speak about Confucius, he is more higher in chance, more than Buddha. Because of his teaching. He's teaching the people how to be good citizen and how to be good with your parents and how to be like polite and very nice teaching. But he also has the same weakness point. No God. So if those two people, and you can add Mahawira. Mahawira is the person who is like established Jainism, Al-Jainiyya. But this person 100% out of this track. You know why? Because in his teaching you must be naked. You must, yeah, he's totally different, and we can't even consider him as one of those people. But yes, Buddha and Confucius, if the real teaching of them change it, and maybe the original teaching is different, maybe, Allah Alam, maybe they are prophets, Allah Alam. Both of them. But we are not sure about this. And we just like give judgment about what we see now. What I see from the original religion and the original teaching, most of them can't be prophets from the original teaching. especially Buddha, more than Confucius. So even Confucius higher than him. So we can say is prophet or not, Allah Alam. If we just take the point, if the real teaching of Isa alayhi salam changing, maybe also the real teaching of Buddha and Confucius also changing, maybe also both of them are prophets, no problem. But we can say 100% he's a prophet. But if it doesn't change, both of them are atheists. Got the point? Okay. Any question?
Is there something mentioned the education of Gautam Buddha about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
I think Dr. Zakir Naik is like mentioned these things, but actually it's mostly out of context. Yes. Because I'll tell you why. We doesn't have any book written by Buddha himself. All the books of Buddhism came after him. As we mention in Islam as Hadith. So the same people also in the followers of Buddha, they took his teaching, oral teaching, and then they started to write it. And they asked 3 high standards of scholars of the real followers of Buddha to write these things. Because they had many disagreement about did he see this or not? Did he see this or not? And later, when they have that kind of teaching, they split it to 2 groups, North and South. And South doesn't believe in God. They say that Buddha is just a religious person and he's teaching good things. And they believe normally like original teaching of Buddhism. North got extremed. So they said Buddha is the son of God. And Buddha is Trinity. I'm speaking about 2,400 years ago. Not even Christianity at that time didn't even appear. So Buddha is the son of God and he's Trinity. And his mother, Maya, she was virgin. She didn't get married, but she had a fiancé. Same as Jesus. And she gave like a miracle birth. And Buddha, when he was baby, small baby, just when his mother like gave birth for him, there was a star as a sign for his birth, same as Jesus. Everything is same. And he came for the human being to forgive their sins, same as like to sacrifice himself. And he made many miracles when he was young. And he died on the cross. Maybe you got shocked now. I'm speaking about Buddha, not Jesus. You got shocked, right? First time to hear this, right? He died on the cross. And after 3 days, he woke up from his tomb. And then he went to the heaven. And in the day of judgment, he will come back to make judgment for everyone. Now I ask you, who I'm speaking about? Buddha, not Jesus. Are you sure? Huh? Who? I speak about Buddha, not Jesus. So after 500 years, the Christian people, not Christian people, Paul, took that kind of doctrine and put it in Christianity. Same, copy paste. And both of those people, like Christian people and Buddhist people, copy paste from Hinduism. 5,800 years ago. Speak about Krishna. Krishna also same, son of God, Trinity. His mother Ivadaki was virgin, miracle birth, star as a sign. He made many miracles. He had much knowledge more than his teachers when he was 12 years old, same as Buddha, same as Jesus, same. And he came to forgive our sins, and he died on the cross, Krishna, 5,800 years ago. And he wake up after 3 days from his crucifixion, and he went to the heaven, and in the day of judgment he will come back as a knight to judge everyone. I speak about who? Krishna, 5,800 years ago.
But they have a concept of day of judgment.
Yes, I just mentioned, no? And even the Norse Buddhism have the concept of day of judgment, but not South. They don't believe it. And South is the most original and authentic teaching of Buddhism. Get the point? So everyone is copy paste. Back to our point. أن تؤمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر. Now اليوم الآخر. It's the day of judgment. So the day of judgment, most of the religion doesn't believe in day of judgment except Islam, and somehow in Christianity, somehow in Judaism, but only for Jewish people, not for us. Because Jewish people believe that we are animals in the form of human. They call us goyim in their language, and in Arabic al-umamiyin, which means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Jahwa in their language, created us just to serve them. So we are all animals, including Christian, including everyone, animals in form of human. Okay, so that's what they believe. Now we are just going in comparative religion, so we don't need these points. We keep in Islam now, keep in Islam. So, اليوم الآخر, as a Muslim, you must believe in the day of judgment. That after you die, your soul will not jump to another body in like Hinduism and Buddhism. No, it's finished. Means there are another two types of life. Because we are in 4 types. First type, we call it مرحلة الذر. It mentions Surah Al-A'raf. وإذ أخذ الله من بني آدم من ظهورهم ذريتهم وأشهدهم على أنفسهم ألست بربكم قالوا بلى. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, he wiped his back and he took all his generations out of his back, not as bodies, as soul. So our souls already created at that time. Okay, so this is the first time of our stage, first stage for us. Our soul were created at the time of Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. Second stage now, al-hayat ad-dunya, which we are now. And this is the main one. This is the main test. Okay? After that, your test is finished. Then it will be decided Jannah or Nar. Allahu Alam. Paradise or hell. Allahu Alam is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will decide this. So this is the second stage. Third stage in Hayat al-Barzakh. In the graveyard. Totally different life. You are not working, of course. You are not going anywhere. Just totally different in roles, and everything is different. And actually based on your soul also. Same as the first one. But in third one, you are taking na'im and punishment as well. If the person is good, he will take good time until the day of judgment. And if he did something bad, he will get punished in his graveyard. We call it azab al-qabr, the punishment of al-qabr, which is in authentic hadith. Even we have hadith speak about 2 people. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إنهما لا يعذبان وما يعذبان في كبير. أما أحدهما فكان لا يستبرئ من بوله وأما الآخر فكان يمشي بين الناس بالنميمة. Someone when he I don't need to explain actually, but someone when he was making toilet or something, he wasn't making istinja. You don't make istinja. Other person make namima between people. Both of them are getting punishment in their graveyard. So Azab al-Qabr is authentic, and even mentioned in Quran, النار يعرضون عليها غدوا وعشيا, speak about قوم آل فرعون. So this is about this point. So this is the third stage. Number 4 stage is الدار الآخرة, the day of judgment. اليوم الآخر. This you will be permanent. Permanent means permanent, like enjoyment in heaven, in paradise, or permanent punishment, no die. Because we have in Hadith Sahih that even the death, Allah Ta'ala will bring the death as big sheep, kabsh, and it will be slaughtered. So there's no death anymore. Permanent punishment or permanent enjoyment. No die anymore. Even the person have very huge punishment, his body will collapse. Again, another body will renewed. Again, immediately. So no die anymore. So any wise person will not put himself in that huge and dangerous situation in hereafter. Just for a few years, he will live in this life. Whatever you will live here is nothing. Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam, they ask him, he's he lived just between his people as dawah, not all his age, just as dawah, 950 years, right? And then they ask him, how is this life? Describe the life. He said, this life, it means like one house. I went from the first door and went out from the second door. So if we can imagine this room, we have a door here, you open the door and just walk for the second door and open it and go out. How much time it take? 30 seconds? Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salam lived between his people 950 years. Plus his real age, Allah maybe 1,000 or whatever. See, it's 1,000. 1,000 years, he described 1,000 years in 30 seconds. See, just one house, I opened the first door and I went out from the second door. This is how's the life. So no, any wise person, he will waste his life and fall in the test just for some fake entertainment. Fake. Because in hereafter, it's permanent. Even in Qabr, you can't run. No run. Any punishment come, a'udhu billah, no one can run. Finish. So this life only. So please, be careful in this life. So al-Yawm al-Akhir have many evidences, many events will happen in Yawm al-Akhir. You must believe in all of this. Like a Sirat, for example. Sirat, to do about Sirat, everyone will cross the Sirat. Everyone. We have the scale, al-Mizan, which you will put your a'mal, and they will see. Even we have Hadith, يؤتى برجل السمين, one very huge person, very heavy, and they put him on the scale, he doesn't give any weight. He has nothing. Because his a'mal is nothing. Another person, يؤتى بأعمال like جبال أحد, he made عبادات, when you put in the scale, it's same as جبل أحد, the mountain of Uhud. But he was insulting people and make ghaiba and namima and doing like this and this and this. All of his a'mal, finish, fly, come nothing. So don't waste nice things with some trivial things. So, because whatever the ma'asiyah happen is just trivial things. So don't think like this. This is اليوم الآخر. Because it have many exhibitions. We just hope to finish inshallah. القدر وتؤمن بالقدر read واليوم الآخر وتؤمن بالقدر خيره
اليوم الآخر وتؤمن
بالقدر خيره وشره. القدر is to believe in everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided for you, whatever it is. You, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you in the womb of your mother, your age already decided. You can't push yourself for even one more minute. I'm not speaking about 1 more year, 1 more minute, you can't. And no one can minus from your age. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote that you will live 70 years, no one can kill you. No one can touch you. Impossible. If you live 70 years, it means 70 years. At that time, no one, even if they put you on the rocket, you will not die. Because your age is 70, decided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? If it's written by 40, then it will be 40. No one can increase your umr, your age. Impossible. Your risk also, decided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This one you was inside the womb of your mother. Your risk also. And شقي أو سعيد. شقي أو سعيد. Is that person really will be virtuous person, good person, or Allah knows? This is also decided. Even your amal decided. So what is the here? Some people say, if everything decided, what I'm doing here, right? Actually, this is big confusion for the people and coming from non-Muslims as well, they give you like some doubts against Islam. Whatever you are doing now, you are doing by your freedom, right? Did anyone push you to do anything now? Answer me. Did anyone push you to come here today? You come by yourself, right? Did some like lines or some remote control you? You are moving by yourself, right?
But everything is moving with the will of Allah.
Exactly.
So if everything is moving with the will of Allah, then the ma'asi, the sin we do, with the virtues we do is also, as you said before, it is already decided. So the many non-Muslims, they have questioned why we are going to be punished based on this.
I understand. This big misunderstanding. Why? Big difference between if something happened by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and by his permission, and when you see that that person did something while he was controlled by someone. Totally different. We are in the kingdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No matter what you will do, you can't do anything without the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Otherwise, you will be God. If you can do anything without the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you are God. Right? You have that kind of power to do something against the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are God. It's impossible. Everything happened in this dunya happened by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not out of his control. Okay? By his permission. But he is giving you the freedom to do whatever you want. Even though he created your deeds. Because he is the creator of everything. He created everything. So he created your deeds as well. He created everything for you. But whatever you are deciding by yourself. This is a different brother. So everything, for example, if you are like chef of some company or manager, you are the head of the company, and everything under your control, 100%. If any like employee do something inside your company in front of you, he will do by your will or against your will? By your will, right? By your will, right? Even
the rules which
yes,
company.
even if he make mistake, he will also do it in front of you, and you know that he make mistake to learn or whatever. He make mistake, but by your will, under your control. He can't do anything out of your control. Although you are insan, you are weak. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, everything happening in this universe under his control. But in the same time, he is not pushing you to do anything. You are doing by yourself. That's why we have punishment and we have Jannah as well. Because the person who is doing his best from his own freedom, he will go to hell, inshallah, to Jannah. If he is doing many ma'asi by his own will, he will go to hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not pushing you to be kafir or Muslim. You are praying by pushing from someone, or you are doing by your own freedom. You understand my point? Brother, you have any doubt about inside your mind? You ask.
Well, as believer, we believe that, but when you are going to explain to somebody, so when you say that everything that you're going to do, even we do the virtues or the sin, which is already decided in the qadr, then means that if I kill somebody, it is also written, also from qadr of Allah, I will kill somebody, right?
I tell you something. I will finish it by this word, because the word is decided is not as you understand it. Not something you decided for you and you must do it by your will or not. No, not like this. If we have a small kid, and look at this example very well, all of you. We have a small kid in a high place, small kid, and he is walking like this. What will happen to him? He will fall down, right? How did you know? How did you know? Alaikum assalam. How did you know? How did you know? He didn't fall yet, he's just walking like this. but you say that he will fall down. How did you know?
We can-
By your knowledge.
Yeah. see.
By your knowledge. So, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Alim Al-Khabir, He knows everything. He knows what you will do even before He creates this universe. That's why He wrote that you will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 based on his knowledge, and He knows that you will do this. He didn't force you about anything.
It means we can change
Of course.
according to our efforts
And the dua, if we have Hadith say, الدعاء يغير القدر. Dua changing the qadar. So by his knowledge, he knows that if you walk like this, when you become 40 years old, you will fall down. That's what it's written in your qadar, that you will fall down. But not pushing you to fall down. But by his knowledge, he knows like this. That's why he wrote all these things. Understand? Okay, أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.